Hello, hello, and welcome to another live. Please let me know if you're hearing me loud and clear in the chat there. Come on, guys. Let me know if you're hearing me loud and clear in the chat. Welcome, welcome. If this is your first time here, welcome to this platform. If you're a returning viewer, listener, subscriber, welcome back, welcome back. Voices in Education is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. We share on a variety of programs, including track and field, current affairs. So if you're here, you'll get a taste of just about everything. So welcome one, welcome all. And so this evening, all right, we want to talk about the athletes who are leaving Elite Performance Track Club. And so this, for some of us, came as a surprise, and for some of us, perhaps wondering, what is happening over there, at the Elite Track Club. So we're going to talk about that and would love to hear from you. But first and foremost, please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and the subscription button as we continue to grow stronger together. And of course, I am going to open the phone line just to hear from you guys as well. All right, so please stay tuned for that. But first, I just want to provide some context here in, as it relates to what is happening. So I'm just going to go to an article that was shared by Sportsmax. All right, they shared this, and it reads: Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce parts way with Coach Walcott to battle on in 2025 with new team. All right, so in the context of that, and I'm just going to share that with you because we also heard, that other athletes, for example, Rashid Broadbell and Elaine Thompson-Herah, that they are also in talks because they are planning on leaving as well. So, according to Sportsmax, five-time 100-meter world champion Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is set to continue her illustrious track career for yet another season, despite facing significant injury challenges throughout 2024. However, the sprinting legend will reportedly do so under new guidance. All right, Sportsmax TV understands that Fraser-Pryce will be leaving Reynaldo Walcott, the coach she helped establish the Elite Performance Track Club. So again, our understanding here too is that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, was a founding member of Elite Performance Track Club. All right, so Fraser-Pryce, who has been hampered by a persistent knee injury over the past few seasons, made the decision to move on after a reportedly frosty relationship developed between her and Walcott during the 2024 season. Calls and a WhatsApp message to Coach Walcott went unanswered. Though our next coaching destination remains unclear, Sportsmax understands that the two-time Olympic 100-meter gold medalist has moved to put together a team to guide her through the upcoming season. And it's quick because next year is a world championship year, and Fraser Price, she dominates. She does very well at world championships. So I suspect that she wants to, if it is that she's ready to end, her track career, she wants to end, on a high, so to speak. All right. The name of Andre Wellington has surfaced as the person who will be among Fraser Price's new coaching outfit. Wellington has coached World Under 20 100 silver medalist Bawaji and Kume at KC. All right, Bawaji. My apologies there. He was a member of the Racers Track Club between 2011 and 2012. Fraser-Pryce had been a founding member of Elite Performance Track Club, partnering with Walcott in early 2020 during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. And my understanding that this perhaps is before 2020, but let's see. Under his guidance, the 37-year-old sprint queen achieved remarkable success, notably lowering her personal best from 10.70 to 10.60 seconds. In 2022, she became the first woman to run sub 10.7 seconds on 7 occasions in a single season and secured her fifth 100 meters world title in Eugene, Oregon. However, since that stellar 2022 season, injuries have taken their toll on the Jamaican icon. In 2023, at the World Championships in Budapest, Fraser-Pryce finished third in the 100 meters, a notable drop from her dominant form the previous year. Her performance at the 2024 Paris Olympics was further curtailed as she withdrew from the semifinals for reasons that remain undisclosed. Fraser-Pryce's decision to continue competing despite these setbacks underscores her determination to finish her career on her own terms. As the first Jamaican woman to win an Olympic 100-meter title in Beijing 2008, she has remained a dominant force in global athletics for over a decade. Now, with a fresh team in her corner, the sprinting icon is focused on overcoming the injuries that have plagued her and making yet another remarkable run in 2025. Alright, the news according to Sportsmax TV, if confirmed, followed a recent development wherein Olympic 110 meters bronze medalist Rashid Broadbell has also left Elite Performance for the MVP Track Club. So Sportsmax is saying, right, that Rashid is over there, all right, at MVP, left for MVP. So that's an update there. And I am going to go to another update that we have available in the context of, let me just try to get to in the context of this developing story. All right. And, as the information becomes available, we'll definitely share more with you guys. So this is just a quick update to let you know what is happening and to let you know that we're aware and, we want to share that information with you as well. So I'm just here trying to access this. Okay, so another update that we got, right, is that Elaine Thompson-Herah, all right, will perhaps join Fraser-Pryce and Broadbell in Elite's Exodus, all right? And this is pretty much based on an article from the Jamaica Observer. There seems to be an exodus of athletes from Reynaldo Walcott-led Elite Performance Track and Field Club, with Elaine Thompson-Herah reportedly also on her way out following news of other big-name departures. Sprinting great Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, a founding athlete in the organization, has reportedly parted ways with the camp after helping to establish the group in 2016 following her initial split with longtime coach Stephen Francis. She eventually left permanently in 2019. Rashid Broadbell, the Olympic Games bronze medal winner and Commonwealth Games champion, is also through the door and is expected to rejoin the MVP Track Club, where he got his big break in the sport before leaving in 2021 to join Walcott's program. So it's like, the sheep, the lost sheep, they're going back, they're returning. There is no strong reports that Thompson-Herah, the double Olympic sprint champion from 2016 and 2020, is in advanced negotiations with the MVP track club, which would signal the return of another prodigal for the University of Technology based club. So we are also getting this information that there is, some advanced talks, negotiations happening, all right, in the context of Elaine as it relates to rejoining the MVP track club. So what could be so wrong over there at Elite? And I guess in a little bit we'll get some more information to share with you guys. So it has been a less than ideal campaign for the Elite Performance team, with Broadway delivering the only individual medal for the group at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. It is unclear whether or not other big named athletes from the group, Rochelle Clayton, the two-time World Championships bronze medal winner, and Guatemala Stacey Williams, will remain with Walcott. All right, so we'll be tuning in to see, what the situation is like at that point. So again, guys, we're hearing that Elaine Thompson-Herah is in advanced conversations, negotiations with MVP. And if you guys can recall, Steve Francis in an interview perhaps a couple of months ago, he shared that he had a very soft heart, for Elaine. And so, in essence, will this be happening where Elaine will be back with the MVP track club? And so that is something that we're going to monitor in terms of developments so that we can definitely provide you with some updates. But I guess that too will come as a surprise for a lot of you in the sense where Elaine is going back. And a lot of times you're saying she should have gone back or she should have stayed. But in life, sometimes we have to make some decisions and we just have to live with whatever consequence that comes from making a particular decision. And there must be something that is off over there at Elite. Why, the athletes are moving. Is it a case that Walcott is no longer going to be available? What is the situation? And so that part of it, we're still trying to figure out and we'll keep you posted. But what I want to do is just to see if there's anyone who would like to give us a call just to share. All right, we're just doing a quick live here and just wanting to get a sense of, just your views on this update in the context of the Elite Exodus. All right, so again, it's pretty much based on what was shared, confirmed that Broadway is going back to MVP. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is trying to configure a new team that will guide her on her journey. And we're hearing too that Elaine Thompson-Herah is in advanced talks, negotiations with MVP Track Club in the context of rejoining that club. So would love to hear from you. So just opening the line here just to see if persons in the chat there, persons tuned in, would like to give us a call and share, your views on this development. Absolutely. This is not something I guess, we were expecting. So, people come, people go. And I can say, and I really don't want to say it, so let me just leave it. I'll just leave it. But, I guess we'll hear, a little bit more in terms of what is happening in this context of athletes leaving the Elite Performance Track Club. A very fast growing club, but it is what it is at this point. So we're just here trying to get some more information for you, but in the meantime, we would also love to hear from you as it relates to, your views. So over on social media here, X, a lot of persons are asking what's going on. And, so that's a question there for sure. And people say, Elaine needs to go back to MVP. So again, Elaine, as we're being told or informed, is in increased or advanced, negotiations with the MVP track club as a means of returning to that club. So there must be something that is happening in the context of elite while the athletes are moving. This is a significant story or a significant move. And so one can understand, you know, that something is happening. Something is definitely happening there in that context. So I'm just trying to get some more information here. And again, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, it has been reported, all right, that she has left coach Reynaldo Walcott and is putting together a new coaching team. All right, and again, too, Broadbell, we're told, is back at MVP or pretty much going back to MVP, and Elaine is in advanced negotiations with MVP. And remember again, as I shared earlier, that Stephen Francis, he said he has a place for Elaine in his heart. So we'll see how that works out. So we're just here just checking for some more information. But that's pretty much the update. And we're not too sure as yet what is happening at Elite. All right. But obviously, the Elite exodus is happening. So we'd love to hear your views, all right, on the updates that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is leaving or parting ways with her coach of about 5 years, Reynaldo Walcott. Would love to hear from you in that context. And we're wondering if it's a case where Reynaldo Walcott is not able to manage injuries. What is the situation? Why these top athletes are leaving? All right. So would love to hear from you. And I said I didn't want to go there, but now we get a better sense. Persons seem to be trusting Kelly's judgment in terms of her move. Well, we don't know much about what that is going to look like, so we'll try to see how that is for the next few days as information becomes available. Unlike how, I guess, how we took it when Elaine was moving from MVP. But as I shared, persons are pretty much saying that, she should go back to MVP. So we'll hear further in the context of what is happening, if those negotiations that we're hearing about are indeed happening. I guess we'll get an update as to the outcome of those negotiations. So, guys, this was pretty much just to bring you, up to speed, to update you on, what is happening. We're not going to be here for a long time this evening. It's been a very long day, but I just appreciate you guys coming over here. And I really felt that it was important for you guys to get some information from us in the context, of, what is happening. All right. So again, if you're just tuning in based on the updates shared so far, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is leaving or has parted ways with coach Reynaldo Walcott at the Elite Performance Track Club. All right, but it's unclear, all right, as to what the team going forward for Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce will look like. So we'll get some more information, all right, and we'll definitely see how things are unfolding in that context. So, but we'll perhaps get some more information. We are also being informed that Rashid Broadbell, all right, so I think he went over to Elite back in 2021, perhaps. So Broadbell is going back to MVP. That's the update that we're getting. And finally, Elaine Thompson-Herah, we are being informed that she is in some negotiations with the MVP track club in terms of rejoining that club. And I guess a lot of us is going to say yes, a long time she should have gone back. And let us see how that translates into Elaine being on the track. But that would be fantastic if if they can all be settled. Because as the season comes up and it's pretty quick, I'll say, in terms of Olympic Games ending and then, the end of the Diamond League season. And then they're going to go back to another Diamond League season straight into the World Championships. And by the way, usually the winners of the Diamond League event, they get a wild card into whatever event. So because the next season's Diamond League event is going to end before the World Championships, the winners of this season Diamond League, they won't get that wildcard entry. All right. So if it is that they want that, they'll have to participate in the Diamond League events. And usually these events would end after those major championships or Olympic Games, for example. Let's just take this call here.
Hello, caller, you're live.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Just want to weigh in on the movement of, those athletes. And I'm thinking to myself, Shelly and Elaine did not have a good season as it was. Their season was, pretty much, their season was pretty much plagued with injuries. And I'm not sure that is a possible reason why they decided to move, or there are some internal, discrepancies that might be there. I'm not sure, but we are all speculating with this one. But the most interesting part of this development is the fact that the lane is leaning for MVP, where she was for a long time. And just to analyze that whole situation based on the season that she has had, and how she has performed in season for MVP, then you could only say that she's heading back to where she has had her most success. So, I guess it's a good move. Still countries will be able to get the best out of her, and I'm hoping that, she'll still have that magic as it relates to her in terms of her performing well and, managing those things that we have been having over the years. So that's kind of what I thought about the topic so far, but it's an interesting move why these athletes are heading this way. And you raise a great point. It might be a case where the coach is no longer available to manage those athletes. So I think that's one point. A case where the team is not able to manage their injuries and could be very that she's probably not therapy where she has had the most success. And I'm still trying to figure out why Shelly the moving. I guess the crowd or the course will be somebody more as you have to move. Well,
Well,
it's an interesting development. Interesting development, I would say.
okay, thanks. Some of the points we did not hear too clearly. I hope the person in chat, they're hearing you clearly. So you're pretty much, I guess, saying or kind of agreeing with me in some regard that perhaps it was based on the fact that, for example, Elaine, Shelley, they have some injuries that require special attention.
Yes. So they had some injuries, and it could be a case where they're of the opinion that it wasn't managed well. And the truth is, as people, if you go at a particular place, a store, and you haven't received good service, I'm not saying that's the case with them, no, but you tend not to want to go back to where you had a bad experience. And for those athletes this year, they didn't have the best year, and I'm not sure if that is something that caused them to want to move away.
Okay, fair enough. We hope that we'll get some more information as the days unfold, in that context, just to get a better understanding. But for Elaine, it has been, I guess, a tough ride or a rough ride up and down after leaving MVP. I think she's still trying to get settled. So hopefully this the negotiations that we're hearing about, that they will go through, and if that is where she should be, then I guess we'll hopefully see some results for her, and wishing that all the athletes the very best, because everybody has to do what is necessary for themselves.
Yeah, I agree with you. And for Elaine, sadly, it seemed to be a trade-off. Peace of mind in terms of her, I guess, her monetary business, and then the injuries come into play. So you're at a place, you're performing well, and you don't think the finance probably is going the way you want to, and you switch things around. You're able to control that aspect, but the injuries plague you, so you're not able to probably earn as much as you could have. So it's a tough balance. But as I said, everyone wants to see her back at peak performance and see how she'll measure up against the other athletes.
For sure, definitely. Anything else you'd like to share on?
Oh, just want to wish the athletes all the best with their, new team that's around them. And, it's good to see that these athletes are still willing and, ready to go out there to perform. And if they weren't, then they would be looking for new places to get their job done.
For sure, I really like that point, to say that they're really interested in doing their best. I really appreciate that.
Yep. All right. Have a good night.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, guys. So yeah, that's the situation there. We got Garmel, you're in the chat there. Welcome, welcome. And let me just check to see. So you're sharing that Shelly needs special attention, I guess, treatment where the injuries are concerned, and for sure that is something that we're thinking about in that context. And same for Elaine. And I suspect too that Shelly wants to leave track and field on her own terms, yes, but also on a high, and I guess she was expecting a little bit more from Paris. That didn't work out. And that will bring us back to questions about Paris in the context of her withdrawal from the semis, for example, and just what was happening, if those happenings were a part of what we are contributed to what we're seeing right now in that context. Max Morgan, welcome. Thanks for liking the live. Yes, guys, please remember to hit the like button and also the subscription button, and let us continue to grow stronger together. Share, tell a friend to tell another friend about the voices in education, right? And so, yes, guys, so that is significant too in terms of some of the happenings with Shelly there in Paris. Shelly is the type of athlete, once she shows up, she's going to do her best. She's going to give it her best. And I'm not sure if she got that opportunity there in Paris. So I am just wondering if there are connections between some of what we have seen in Paris and what is happening now in the context of this update. But that's pretty much what I have here to share with you guys. I know I came on a bit late, but it's been a long day. We'll try to keep you posted as best as we can, and you can always expect that from us in terms of just bringing that information to you at some point. And we appreciate you being here this evening with us. So, not seeing any new comments in the chat, and I'm not receiving any calls at this point. So we're going to just wrap this one up and say, as the caller shared, all the very best to all our athletes. We definitely want them to do well. And it is a good sign too when we see that the athletes, they're pretty much here and they're trying to find ways to improve themselves. All right. It shows that, yes, you can count on us. We're going to put in some work to see, what else we can do in terms of not just representing Jamaica land we love, but themselves as well. Right. And so I'm happy to see that they are taking their careers, seriously in that regard. So again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. You know, in life, there are always ups and downs. Sometimes we get to rock bottom, but once we're down there, it means that we should just look up, right? The only other place we should be able to go is up. So whatever it is that is happening in your life, whatever situation that you're in, or if at any point you hit rock bottom, just remember, say, you can always go up. Once you're down, the only other way is to go up, right? But sometimes we're probably in the middle and you can say, oh, we might drop and go down, but you can still go up. But once you're down, then up is where, you want to be. Blessings and love, everyone. Thanks again for tuning in. Really appreciate the support. And bye for now. Take care. I'll see you in the next live. So I'll just sign out with the music, guys. So again, see you in the next live. Bye, everyone.